Hello everybody, this is the author of NovaCraft here, working on version 1.5. I wanted to show off a new feature I'm working on. It's called the Vanite Anvil. It's going to be a different type of anvil, of course, by the name. It's not exactly the same as the regular one. So the regular one has a feature that makes it so, which I don't like. It's something that makes it so if you try to combine two things in it, and it's 40 levels or higher to do that, it will say too expensive and not let you do it. In the regular, in this anvil, I removed this. I removed that. So you can keep on. It can cost like 70 levels to repair something or add something to a tool, and you can still do that in this anvil. Now that's not the main draw of this anvil. This anvil is actually quite expensive to craft. You need iridium and reinforced vanite. This is another use for iridium, which I'm happy with. I like that use here. So the point of this is to make higher tier books, or in the anvil here. So if, let's say, you have 2 protection 4 books, in the regular anvil, you're not going to be able to do that, right? You can't make a protection 5. That doesn't make this. That's not a thing, right? So if we do that in this anvil, it will work. So here, it's going to cost an absurd amount of levels. We'll get to that in a second. But we can actually combine these 2 books together and make a level 5 book. Now, you can get upwards of 2 above the maximum level you can get from the enchantment table or the anvil. Mainly the anvil, because you can't get efficiency 5 in the enchantment table. In the anvil here. So you can do this again, get level 6. 210, that's a lot of levels. But you can't do level 7, right? Because the X is 4 plus 2 is 6. So you can't go any higher. So that's the main draw of this thing. Another thing about this anvil is you can't rename things in it. I removed that. You have to use the old anvil for that. Which actually, to check it actually still works. Let's say you have a tool, like, let's say this item here. Let's go in the survival. And rename it to something else. So it costs a lot of levels, but you can still rename it. And it keeps those enchantments you had before on it. So that's good. So I don't want to remove all the uses of the regular anvil. I want to keep it have its own thing, while the anvil has its own thing going on. I don't like when mods make certain vanilla features obsolete. They don't do anything. I don't like that. Another thing is, on this chapter, you do not want to be combining books of low grades, like let's say you have 2 power 1 books. You do not want to add these together here. See, that's going to cost 60 levels to make a power 2 book. That's ridiculous. You don't want to do that. 2 levels there. Look at that. So you don't want to do that. And now you might be asking yourself, those levels required, that's absurd. I'm never going to have the levels to use this thing. Which I agree with you. That's pretty crazy, unless you have some crazy mod pack going have XP farm going on. I don't know, some blood magic ritual or something. Maybe gives you all the XP in the world. But if you want to reduce this cost, you can by using any of the different clusters from the mod. So we got like the Kopaz cluster, the Aether cluster, Lamar. Now each one of these different crystals has a different value associated with them. Well, not every single one, but like the base ones, like this one, the Lamar, Kopaz, the Lamar one. So these have a value, let's say, of 1, and you can have upwards of 16 different blocks of source blocks here that reduce the cost here in the anvil. So only upwards of 16. You can place it around it within a 3x3 3x3x3 volume. So let's say you want to add Unbreaking 5 to this pickaxe here, right? So I'm looking at 84 levels now compared to before, which is 126 or something like that. It's good. And now other certain crystals give you better, like Echo is probably the best one to use for, I would suggest. This one gives you, I give it a power of 3. So if we want to combine another pickaxe here, with Unbreaking 5, look at that, 42 levels now. And you get upwards of 16 blocks that reduce the cost. Now it's going to only reduce the so much. So let's say this anvil here, if you want to make something, gives you, it requires 1 level. Here, for the equivalent, it's going to cost you 21 levels to do the same thing. And this anvil, I chose 21 because 3 divides 21. That's why I chose it specifically. And you can only get down to a third of the initial cost. So it only the lowest is going to be 7 times this amount in here. So it's going to be very expensive to use, but it's very much in the realm of possibility actually able to get the levels to do it, right? Let's see, anything else you want to talk about here? No, I don't think so. Echo, the best one to use though is it's going to be the no cluster. That's the best one. This one's a power of 4, which I think you only need a couple of these around to get to the lowest level you can. I don't know. Got any ones you can put on here? Unbreaking. Yeah, 42 seems to be the limit in this particular book. So yeah, I wanted to show this off. So I thought it was a really cool feature been working on. This will be in version 1.5. Oh yeah, also you can place the clusters up like this, and you still get the benefits, right? There you go. See. So it's you can do some decoration around this thing to make it perfect. So yeah, hope you guys like this idea. I don't think it's too overpowered or anything. This seems expensive to make as it is. Then you have to get the proper clusters around it, and it's gonna get crazy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave any suggestions or comments or how you think about it in the comment section. All right, bye.